Welcome back to Future Drive, the channel where we explore the cars that are shaping the roads of tomorrow. If you're passionate about speed, design, and innovation, this is the place to be. Today we're taking a deep look at one of the most important cars of the next decade, the 2026 Jaguar GT. This is not just a new model. It's the car that will define Jaguar's all-electric future. And it has the potential to be one of the most exciting grand tourers on the planet. So let's start at the top. Jaguar has been building anticipation for its electric transformation for years, and the GT is the very first expression of this bold new vision. Think of it as a halo car. Jaguar isn't trying to simply add another model to its lineup. It's trying to reinvent what the brand stands for in the electric era. That's a huge responsibility for one car to carry. But everything we've seen so far suggests the GT is ready to live up to the challenge. When you look at the design. The GT is unmistakably Jaguar, but with a futuristic edge. It has those long, sweeping proportions that define a grand tourer. A low roofline, muscular rear haunches, and a sleek nose. The surfaces are clean and sculpted with aerodynamics guiding every curve. At the front, Jaguar has reimagined its traditional grille into more of a design statement rather than a necessity, since electric cars don't need the same airflow as combustion engines. The headlights are slim and razor-sharp, like the eyes of a big cat ready to pounce. Walk around to the rear and you'll see a powerful stance with a wide track that gives the car real presence on the road. This is a car that makes a statement without screaming for attention. Inside. Jaguar is blending modern minimalism with traditional craftsmanship. The cabin feels futuristic, but it still respects the driver. You're greeted by a wraparound cockpit with a curved old loosely into the dash. Jaguar has avoided the trap of making everything touchscreen. Instead, they've kept tactile controls for things like climate, driving modes, and volume, the things you want to access quickly while driving. The seats are sculpted for both comfort and support, perfect for long-distance touring as well as spirited drives. Materials are sustainable but luxurious, with options like recycled leather alternatives, fine stitching, and unique finishes that make each car feel bespoke. It's quiet, it's elegant, and yet it's clearly designed for drivers, not just passengers. Performance is where the GT really begins to shine. Jaguar is fitting this car with dual motors and all-wheel drive, delivering well over 575 horsepower. That means 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, putting it in the same league as the Porsche Taycan, Audi e-tron GT, and even challenging the Tesla Model S. Top speed is expected around 155 miles per hour. But the real story isn't just raw numbers. It's about how Jaguar tunes the car to deliver its own unique driving feel. Jaguar engineers call it electrified soul. That's their way of describing the mix of instant electric torque with the handling finesse and emotional connection that makes a Jaguar special. Expect adaptive suspension that can read the road hundreds of times per second, precise steering that balances comfort with sharpness, and torque vectoring that makes cornering feel natural and controlled. This is not just about building an electric car that's fast in a straight line. It's about creating a grand tour that feels alive in your hands. Range and charging are critical for any electric car, and Jaguar knows it has to deliver here. The GT is targeting around 400 miles on a full charge. That makes it a serious contender for long-distance driving in the United States, where grand touring means covering huge stretches of road. With 800-volt architecture, the GT can add up to 200 miles of range in about 15 minutes using a high-speed charger. That means less time waiting, more time driving. Jaguar is also working to ensure US customers have easy access to reliable charging networks, so owning this car isn't just about luxury. It's about convenience. But let's not forget the bigger picture. The GT isn't just one car. It's the beginning of Jaguar's all-electric rebirth. By the middle of the decade, Jaguar has committed to becoming a fully electric brand. That means no more gasoline engines, no hybrids, only EVs. And the GT is leading that charge. It's a symbol of what Jaguar wants to be: innovative, luxurious, and performance-driven. The company is aiming to compete not just with Porsche and Audi, but to reclaim its place as a leader in the luxury performance world. Asterisk, of course, innovation like this comes at a price. The Jaguar GT is expected to start around $125,000 in the United States, putting it firmly in the high-end luxury AV market. For that, you're getting a car that's not mass-produced like a Tesla, but hand-built with an attention to detail that feels closer to Aston Martin territory. This is not about being the cheapest, it's about being the most desirable. Asterisk. So what does this mean for drivers here in the US? Imagine a car that can take you from New York to Washington without a stop, or from Los Angeles to San Francisco with range to spare, while giving you the thrill of a sports car and the comfort of a luxury sedan. That's the promise of the Jaguar GT. It's about freedom, performance, and style in one package. For buyers who want something different, something with heritage and personality, this is going to be a very tempting option. Asterisk as we look ahead to 2026. The Jaguar GT feels less like just another electric car and more like a turning point. It's proof that even in a world where everything is becoming electrified, there's still room for cars that stir the soul. Jaguar is betting its future on this idea, and if the GT lives up to expectations, it could become one of the defining cars of the decade. Asterisk, so the big question is, will it be enough? Can Jaguar really challenge Porsche, Audi, Mercedes, and Tesla in the US market with one flagship model? Will buyers fall in love with Jaguar's take on electric luxury, or will they stick with the brands already dominating the space? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. The 2026 Jaguar GT is one of the most exciting cars we've seen announced in years. Asterisk. That brings us to the end of today's deep dive into Jaguar's all-new electric Grand Tourer. I want to hear what you think. Do you see yourself behind the wheel of the GT, or do you think other brands are offering more compelling options? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's start a conversation. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more deep looks at the cars of the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us here on Future Drive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Asterisk.